Good morning, it is Tuesday and it's back to work for me. So I've got crazy hair going on, so just ignore that. Got up this morning and really didn't want to exercise. I'm in a whole heap of pain. So I've decided to give it a miss and I might try and do something later. My foot is really, really sore, so I'm not even going to attempt to run on it. I think I might go on the bike later, and although I'm supposed to be going to do some knitting or something with Kath tonight, so I might not even get time, but I have closed all my rings for like 177 days, so I do need to make sure I close them by doing something. Right, I'm going to make a coffee, and we're out of an espresso pod, so it's the Sage machine today, which takes a bit longer, but you do get a nice cup of coffee out of it, I have to admit. So I'm going to get on and do that, and I definitely can't do that one-handed, so I shall catch you in a bit. It's 10:15 and I'm having my breakfast. It's the usual. The Arla Skia 5% cream yoghurt, 35 grams of granola, 60 grams of strawberries, 55 grams of blueberries and 50 grams of raspberries. So we've got a lot of outdoor noise again. I don't know if you can hear it because I've got my microphone on, but a lot of loud music and drilling and God knows what else. So not the most conducive for work, but it's one of those things. I've made a cup of tea as well, so I've got that on the go upstairs, and Eddie's in town. He's gone to get some Nespresso because we pay to have like a £20 a month go on the account, and then we just top up with however much we need. So yeah, we set that up a while ago. Anyway, back at my desk. Work's tough today. It's really hard to get back into things when you've been off. I also feel like my job is pointless. I really do think that it's a pointless job, and I just get ignored. Like, I send my boss a message on Teams to say I've done this, can you do something with it, and then he just ignores me. So 1 second, apologies, I have to use my phone to authenticate. I have got a vlog on in the background which I just paused when I went downstairs. This one is somebody in the States who, I'm trying to think whereabouts she is, but she set up her own small business. She's got like a embroidery like gift shop that she's got like a premises, and she does lots of crochet bits as well. So I really enjoy watching her. It's very laid back, the sort of thing to watch while you're working. It's quite nice. But yeah, I messaged my boss at 9:25 and it is now 10:15 and he's just ignored me. And I do find that is like, that seems to be a thing, that I just get ignored a lot. So anyway, we'll see. It's got to be more to life than doing this day in day out for the rest of my days. I'll be 53 this year, and I just keep thinking retirement seems like a lifetime away, but life's too short for doing this. I'm just keep thinking, do we look at moving so we haven't got a mortgage and then just change completely? Oh, he has replied to me now finally. Anyway, it took him nearly an hour. But I messaged him before I went away and he didn't reply to those messages. He completely ignored me. So I'm just like, whatever. But yeah, there's got to be more to life than this. My phone seems really blurry. Just bear with me. That's better. I think this screen protector I've got on my phone just seems to encourage fingerprints and things onto it. So it quite often looks blurry at the moment. I'm also having issues where it doesn't always save my footage. So it's not an old phone either, but I think because I use it every single day and I record so much, perhaps it's just like giving up the ghost. I use it for everything, so I track all my workouts on it. I'd literally just do everything on it. So anyway, enough moaning. I'm back from holiday. I should be feeling chipper and I'm not. This morning before I started work, I was working on this jumper. I still haven't finished that other cardigan I was doing, but this is just easy in the round knitting. You can't see it very well. Let me see if I can prop you up somewhere. In fact, I've got my tripod up here because I was looking for it when I was making breakfast downstairs and couldn't find it. 1 second whilst I get my tripod out, because I need to. Also, I've been sock knitting quite a bit while I've been out, when I've been on holiday, and I found it's made my hands really hurt. So I think I decided this morning, I really wanted to finish that first sock, but I decided I needed to give it a bit of a break because it was making my hands hurt too much. I think it's a 2.5mm double pointed needles. 1 second. Right, yeah, so it's 2.5mm. I'll show you them actually as well whilst I'm here. All my knitting is on the floor next to the sofa where I've been sitting. So this sock was a bit of a labour of love. I ripped it out 2 or 3 times, partly because the caravan was so dark, it was really hard to see the stitches, but also because of the way the pattern's written. I didn't quite understand it properly the first time round. But anyway, so that's the top of the sock. And then it's got like this cable pattern at the front. And I've done the heel. And I'm now just working. So if I put it on my hand, because I don't have sock blockers or anything like that, and obviously it's not finished anyway. But if you just imagine that's your foot. I'm just working my way down the foot now. I've still got quite a long way to go. And it's not like it's straightforward knitting in the round, because you've got this cable pattern that you have to keep repeating on the front. So I'm getting there with it. But I think I've got another, I just estimated, but I think I've got another 28 rows to do before I start on the toe. So I really wanted to get this one finished. It's actually a Christmas wool. It's called Fairy Lights, and it's a West Yorkshire Spinners, I think. I don't actually like the feel of it, so I don't actually know if I'd want to wear the sock at the end of it, but it's still a bit of a challenge because it's like a nice like wavy pattern. And I thought, I bought this book and the wool together in Bakewell. Gosh, it would have been quite a while ago. So this is the book. I won't show you the pattern because obviously I've paid for it. So it was specifically written for the West Yorkshire Spinners Christmas wool. It's Christmas Socks Collection 1. Hand knitted socks designed by the Winwick mum. So there's 5 different designs, but that's the one that I'm making there. You can't see the cables on that picture bit. There is a picture inside, I think, where you can see the cables a little bit better. Just it's like to one side. So that's what I'm working on currently. They're called Dancer, and it's called a ripple panel. But yeah, I'm finding that the 2.5mm needles, now the wool actually tells you to use, I think it's 3.5mm, but she says on the pattern to ignore that because she wants a firmer fabric. So I've gone with what she's put, but I actually think also that the socks may be a little bit small. Even though I measure my foot, I think they're coming out a little bit small. So I don't know if they're going to fit me at the end of it. I will try and try them on at some point before I get too much further in. But yeah, the other thing that I've been working on whilst I was on holiday, I didn't take my cardigan because it's too big at this point to be able to carry it around, whereas this really isn't. So this is the Kutakarika Victoria Lindbergh pattern for just a basic sweater, and that's where I am. I have done, I've put a little stitch marker where I've done my decreases. They're not the neatest. I've actually done a neater one now. I've done 3 decreases, supposed to be 4, and you do them every 4 centimetres. So I've got another 4 centimetres to my next decrease, and then I just need to measure and see how much further I need to do before I get to do my ribbing at the bottom. But yeah, that's the back, where I've obviously you have like a nice detail where the shoulders are. And then obviously I'll be working on the sleeves. I'm not sure actually what the neckline's like on this, but I've got this on the desk next to me because I thought, you know, if I get a bit of time when I'm running a report where I'm sitting waiting, I can just pick that up and do a little bit, because it's just literally stockinette knitting. I've also got on the go, whilst I'm here, this is, I think it's called Buds, this one. So this is part of that blanket that I'm making, that I've been doing for ages, but I really dislike this pattern, this particular one. So I have it sitting on my desk looking at me, but I'm not really doing it. So I think the other squares that I did, I was doing like 2 or 3 squares at a time. I'd get them so far, and then I'd go on to the next one and get them all to the same stage. But this one I really don't like. So I will get my cardigan out later. I'm supposed to be going over to Kath's, I think, or she's coming here, or we're going for a coffee to knit later. So I'm just resting my hands a little bit, because like I say, my hands and my elbows were actually hurting from doing the sock knitting, which I don't find that with the other needles, so it's a bit weird. Maybe I'm just holding it in a funny angle because it'd been double pointed needles, and I'm trying to ensure that it was really slippery wool and really slippery stitches, and they kept coming off when I was in the caravan, which is another reason why I didn't do it in the car. Anyway, enough talking about knitting. That's my knitting break. I'm going to eat my breakfast, and I can see my boss is now messaging me. I'm going to reply to him, so I'll see you in a bit. It's currently, what time is it?
nearly 3:05 and I've come down for some lunch because I'm starving. So I've got 2 part baked baguettes in that we bought when we were on holiday and we didn't end up eating. Chloe's here, that's who I'm looking at and talking to. And so we bought some to have on holiday and didn't eat them. So Ewan had some yesterday and I've put the other 2 in the oven now. So Chloe and I are going to share one, and I'm just going to put ham and a crispy salad. So it's one of these crispy salad kits from Morrison's. I think it's something like 100 and... A whole packet says on here is 98 calories. That's weird, because I'm sure when I've just tracked it, it came up saying 190 calories for the whole pack. Oh, does that say... That says a pack provides 98, doesn't it? Let me just confirm my app.
It's 98 calories.
Yeah, let me just have a look. No, Nutritech is right. It's me that's wrong. So I've tracked half a pack of that because Chloe will have half and I'll have half. And then we're just having some ham and a Monterey Jack cheese on it. So hopefully it'll be filling. Still don't know what the plan is for later because I'm supposed to be going to knit or crochet with Kath, but I've not heard from her. So I've messaged her, so I don't know what the plan is. I still need to fit in some exercise at some point. I'm currently on 4 minutes, but I've closed all my rings for like 179 days or something on the trot. So I want to make sure that, I know, so I don't want to lose my streak. So at some point, I was going to do it at lunchtime originally, and then I've just been procrastinating. I've actually been sitting doing a crossword whilst I was upstairs, whilst working. But I'm finding it hard to motivate myself to do anything. Eddie's made some banana bread because we had loads of leftover bananas, like a whole bunch that had gone past the due. There's the one remainder that he's left behind. But I certainly don't eat bananas. I eat bananas when they're green, and as soon as they start to go brown, I don't eat them. So I made a banana bread last time, but Eddie's made one this time. So I don't know what the calories are like because I don't know what recipe he's used, but I'll probably no doubt have a little slice of that later at some point. But I'm looking forward to my baguette, so I'll show you that, hopefully I'll remember when it's ready. Here's my lunch. So I've got a half baguette. I didn't even have like a quarter of the salad in the end because I couldn't fit it in. Got some ham and a slice of cheese, and I've got some grapes on the side. So this is my lunch. Had a knitting session with Kath, which was very nice after work. And now we've come out for a quick walk with Luna. We didn't walk her yesterday at all. We let her rest because she seemed to be struggling a bit with her legs. Not a paw, actually her legs. So she seemed a bit late. I think she's coming out of sympathy with me. I won't focus her at the minute because she's doing the poop. But yeah, so I went out for a quick walk after work with Tom and then just down to the doctor's. And then I still need some exercise minutes. I've come out for a walk now. But this is 8:30 and look how it's going dark already. You can't see so much on here. It does look a bit brighter, but it's actually getting dark. Which is the one downside. I love autumn, but I love the light nights. So I'm not looking forward to the dark evenings. But it's not cold. I've just got a t-shirt on. It's not cold at all, is it? Anyway, I've just been thinking about what to do for dinner. And with the leftover roast beef from yesterday, I think I'm going to make it into a Mayflower curry. And then just do some extra chicken to go with it. So I think that's my plan. And perhaps just do some rice. I was going to do egg fried rice, but I might just do normal rice because I really can't be bothered. So that will be dinner sorted. I've just got to get that sorted out when I get in. I've been back working on my cardigan. It took me a while to figure out where I'd got to. Honestly, my memory is like a sieve. Kath was asking me about the pattern, about a few bits, and it's like I'd never done it, even though I only did that bit that she's doing just a couple of weeks ago. But anyway, I shall see you at home. Hopefully I'll remember to record my dinner. I forgot to record anything when Kath was around. I'm not fully back into the whole vlogging thing. Obviously fallen out of the pattern. But yeah, I'll see you at home. Here's tonight's dinner. So I've got some jasmine rice. I've got Mayflower curry with the leftover roast beef from yesterday's dinner. A couple of pieces of Korean chicken and some onion that I've just pan fried in spray oil. I must admit I haven't tracked it all, but I've actually got quite a small portion of food. It's only like a small portion of rice, so I'm sure it's fine, and I shall catch you later. In fact, I probably won't. It's 9:25 now, so I'm going to go and eat my dinner and sit and watch TV, so I'm not going to record anymore, so I shall see you tomorrow. Good morning. It is Wednesday, and I've been to the gym. Lovely blue sky behind me. It's a nice day again. Gym was tough. I think it was chest today mainly, upper body, and it was hard. I did struggle a little bit, but I got it done, and that's the main thing. going to go back now and get a protein shake and a coffee, I think. Hope you can hear me. I haven't obviously got my microphones on, and it's quiet, so I'm not shouting. But yeah, another work from home day. Hoping it'll be a quiet one. My boss is off today and tomorrow, so hopefully I can catch up on my emails and my work that I was trying to catch up on yesterday. And that's it really. So I'll see you when I have breakfast probably. Here's my breakfast today. I think it's 292 calories. I've got 2 small slices of sourdough, which is a Morrison's white sourdough loaf, 6 grams of the fake Leopard lighter, 2 eggs scrambled and some spring onion. So this is my breakfast, and I've got a cup of tea as well. It's currently nearly 11 o'clock. So Chloe's here, she's had some scrambled egg. Eddie hasn't had any because we are going to the dentist. Oh, hang on, look, it's Mary. And we are going to the dentist probably in about half an hour or so actually. So I thought I'd eat first, because if he does start messing around with my mouth, it might stop me eating later. So I thought I'd better have something because I am hungry. And I was going to have my usual fruit and yoghurt, but decided I might have that for a pudding later. So I'm going to have this now as my breakfast. And then I have got salad and ham and stuff in for my lunch. So I'm already kind of prepared for the day, hopefully. And I shall catch you in a bit.
Just been to the dentist.
Just been to the dentist. Chloe's in the back. Eddie's just popped out the car. And it was really, really good. Different dentist. Last time, the one from last time who actually shouted at me and was horrible. This one was absolutely lovely. And when he was doing my clean and it hurt. Sorry, someone's coming, so I'm just going to put my camera over here so they can't see that I'm talking to myself. He's gone into the other car, that's okay. I literally he was like comforting me from Margaret, it's nearly over. Yeah, you're doing well. And he said I hadn't got gum disease, which the last one said I had. The last one charged me the higher rate because he had to do a more intensive clean. Allegedly. Whereas this guy said I haven't got gum disease yet. So, but he
allegedly said.
Yeah, he was
to do a more intense clean.
He was an Asian doctor, so what was it, Victor Way something with her, but he was lovely. He was literally the best. Anyway, we managed to book for him again. And he's the first dentist in my entire life that's allowed me to go on 12 months. And I don't understand why they don't do that, because if there's an issue where there's a shortage of NHS dentists, if they put everyone on 12 months, then surely there'd be more dental appointments for everybody.
Bar the people that
oh, if you have real issues with your teeth, that's different. But I've come away feeling so happy. Anyway, Eddie's obviously happy. He's decided he's treating us to George's. So George's is the local chippy. They do a lunch deal, which is just a small box. So I'm having sausage, chips and gravy, which I know I'm trying to get back on track with my diet, but he offered, and I'm not going to be the only one to be the odd one out. And I deserve a treat because I've been to the dentist and
it's scary.
It was traumatic. I stayed with Chloe because Chloe wanted me to go in with her. So I was there for hers. And he was really good as well because he's found a suspect tooth that he wanted to keep an eye on. And he said, you've got an option. I can either fill it now or we can just put a watch on it and wait. And there was it didn't feel like he was there trying to make money out of us, whereas the last one obviously did, because he obviously charged me more because of my intensive clean. So,
well, you were psyching yourself up before we went. Yeah. Because I think you were preparing for the same guy that we had last time.
I was. I thought I was going to have the same guy, and it was a completely different experience. And this guy, and I was just like, this guy's nice, can we not stay with him? So she was like, I'll book with you for him for next time. So I'm just so happy about that because it's a relief. It really is. I was literally dreading it, and I've never been scared of the dentist ever, even though we've had really bad experiences with dentists in the past. I've never been scared of the dentist until the last one, but it's all good. It's sorted for another year, so that's really, really good news.
No, I can't believe that.
And I'll try and remember to show you my chippies when I get home. Oh, he's just paid. So is it 4 of us? Yeah. £14 for 4 of us to eat. So you can't say fairer than that, can you? It's a cheap meal. So
cheap as chips.
Cheap as chips, literally. You can see we both had a good experience. Chloe's petrified of the dentist, and she's even laughing. So it can't be bad. Anyway, I'm going to go, and I'll see you at home. It's raining, by the way. Tom's supposed to be cleaning my car today, and he's supposed to be cleaning my windows. So
watch him get out of it.
There's a guy behind me trying to get out. Looks like he's about to take the back end off my car. Yeah, I shouldn't have parked here really. I'm probably going to get showered out and get into trouble in a minute.
You were parked here.
He's probably just block it. He's probably going to block me in. Anyway, I'm going to go. Oh no, he's going. Phew. Right. Anyway, I'm going to go. I'll see you in a bit. Oh, that was Luna screaming outside because she's obviously pooped and hurt herself. Scared herself with it. I'm recording all of that, so that's great. Back to my chips. Anyway, this is my lunch. I've got chips, gravy and sausage. This is you can see, it's probably the size of my hand, this box. So it's not a huge portion of chips. I will track it.
and hopefully I should be fine, because that's the ideal thing with calorie counting. You can do that. So it's not the most healthiest choice, but it was.
You shouldn't deprive yourself.
Yeah, exactly. I did have chips last week though, so I'm not depriving. Anyway, this is my lunch, and we've all got the same, apart from Eddie's got curry with his, but that's Tom's, and then Chloe's is there, so we've all got the same. And I shall catch you later. What are you doing? I'm recording that, you fool. Oh, there's another dog over there. Come out from my walk and nearly forgot to record, and it's just started raining. Just saw the cutest dog that was a cross between a Westie and a toy poodle. It was just like a ball of fluff. It was so lively, so cute. But Luna didn't want to know. Luna was like, nope, I'm not interested. Just done 1 kilometre, and then Eddie and I pop into IKEA. So, yeah, just walking up the hill, trying to avoid people when I'm vlogging. I'm back. I've been to IKEA and didn't film any footage because my phone is out of battery. I'm going to have to be quick now because it needs to go on to charge. I bought a few bits. I bought everything that I needed. I got a little laptop desk, which is what I really went for because I had a voucher. But I've also bought some meal prep containers, some other glass ones, because I've only got the 2 that I use for my fruit, but I wanted some others. So I bought them. Unfortunately, I haven't got the bamboo lids. I've just got the plastic lids because the bamboo lids are really expensive. I've got a couple of picture frames for pictures I've got. I'm hoping they fit. They actually pictures look a bit small actually, so maybe they won't fit now looking at them. But the picture frames I bought were in bargain corner, and they're only £3 instead of £5, so I thought I'd risk it. It kind of fits. It just makes it look a bit. Will I make this work? I'll just show you. So this is the picture that I bought. So if I put it over the mount and kind of adhere it, that one will work, I think. It's the postcard print that Chloe got me. It's a little bit smaller than the mount. It might still work. I might have another small frame somewhere. I'll have to have a look. But I was sort of like, I don't know what size to get. And when I saw these in bargain corner for £3, I thought, do you know what, they're cheaper than anything. So anyway, I'll sort them out tomorrow, hopefully. So I bought those 2 frames. I bought some more of the bags. So I always buy the bags when I'm in there. The Ziploc bags, because they just come in really, really handy for everything. And then I bought 3 of the glass containers. I can't tell you how much they are because I got an electronic receipt rather than a paper receipt, so all my receipts out my bag. I bought 3 of those, and then I bought 2 of these, which I don't know if they're bigger or not, but they're the same as the ones I usually use for my fruit, which is these ones. But for the fruit, I've got bamboo lids, like I said, and I bought these because these were like, I think they were £1, these lids, so they're quite a bit cheaper. But I'm hoping that I could be able to use these when I come to do some meal prep, which I'm hoping to get a chance to do at the weekend. What else did I buy? Did I buy anything else? Oh, I just bought my desk and that was it. So I've got a laptop desk. The one I bought in the charity shop is absolutely useless. It's literally garbage. So I'll put that together either later on or tomorrow. But I'm getting dinner on right now. So for dinner, I'm doing 4 chicken breadsteaks, which are 262 calories each. I've got a bag of farfalle pasta on. I'm going to cook up some onions and some peppers, and then for the pasta, I'm cooking it in stock. I'm just going to stir through the jalapeno primula and possibly a bit of the lighter mature cheese, just to make it cheesy. So it's going to be cheesy pasta with the chicken breadsteaks, and I bought this in Morrison's, which is just a cheesy tear and share garlic bread. So that's dinner. Not too expensive, and hopefully we'll be ready relatively quickly because I want to be able to sit and finish that blooming sleeve on my cardigan today. I wanted to finish it before my holiday. Didn't get time because work was mad, but I want to be able to pick up for my next sleeve. I would like to get my sleeve done as fast as possible so I can actually do the actual button band and get it finished, because I want to move on to new projects. We're approaching autumn and I need autumn type, I want a shawl really. So I've got a pattern already for a knitted shawl, but I'm thinking that I might be better off having a crochet pattern, because crochet is so much quicker, like it builds quicker.
you know, you can do a treble and it takes up like that much space, rather than that would be like 5 rows of knitting. And if you're doing 600 stitches across a shawl, I'm just thinking that perhaps crochet might be the better option. I'll keep you posted, let you know. Right, I'm going to get dinner ready and I'll hopefully remember to show it you. So this was dinner, and I didn't realise, but my microphone had obviously timed out and stopped working. But all I was showing you was my pepper, onion, cheesy pasta. I had a little bit of the cheesy garlic bread and a chicken steak, and there's Tom's and Eddie's. But mine was quite a small portion really in comparison. And just to show we had loads of the pasta left, I think we got another 3 portions out of it perhaps. So I definitely had over-tracked calories for this meal. Good morning, it is Wednesday and I haven't got up to go to the gym today. I haven't got up to do any exercise. I had a massive coughing fit last night that went on for ages. I literally won't pour all urine up at like midnight, coughing away. Eddie was downstairs watching telly, so Ewan came in and said, do you want a drink of water? I'd already got one. But I couldn't stop coughing. The only thing I can think of is that Tom gave all of our windows a real thorough clean yesterday. He was leaning out the windows and like properly washing them all. And I've got quite a lot of like dust on my windowsill. I've moved all the stuff off my windowsill, like fully off. And obviously he cleaned it. So the only thing I can think of it was the dust triggered an allergy. And I was like, I couldn't breathe. It felt like I got a waspy like chest, like I was like, when I was breathing in. It's horrible. So I feel tired this morning and my foot was really sore, and I just thought I'm going to give it a rest. So I think I'm going to do a strength and mobility or a stretch workout later on. So try and get some mobility back into my foot. I googled it yesterday, and every exercise I've been doing, like stretch wise for my foot, is just what they recommend. I mean, I've had plantar fasciitis before, so I knew what exercises to do. I've tried the golf ball, I've tried everything. The only thing I haven't done is I haven't iced it, because I'm never sure when to ice and when to use heat. But I don't know, it's in my ankle, it's actually pain, it's not just sore. If it's just sore, I kind of put up with it, but this is actually like painful. Again, when I get going, it's generally all right, but I don't know what's going on there. So yeah, I'm going to do a stretch workout later for my daily exercise, I think, today. And it's probably good anyway, because I did gym Monday. What did I do Tuesday? I did gym yesterday, so I think our coffee glasses must be in the dishwasher. Right, what have we got coffee-wise? Let's have a look. We've got a half and half. And I will have Colombian, I think. So Eddie's having this one, half and half, and I'm having this one, which is a Colombian. Still need to descale this machine. It's weird because sometimes it's flashing yellow, like it needs descaling, and sometimes it isn't. Are you back in? Good girl. It's actually a nice day out there today. Sun's shining, so we did have some rain yesterday. Nothing much else to report really. Dinner last night was nice. The pasta was a big success, so that's always good. And I think there's like 2 portions left. Eddie went back and had the second helping with his dinner, like after dinner. How much is left? Let's have a look. Yeah, 2 like portions like I had, I'd say. So, and Ewan did have some, so 4, 5, at least 6 portions out of it. So I could have probably adjusted my calories for yesterday and it probably would have brought me down within calories, but it's fine. This is a lot of froth. That is one frothy coffee. Not quite sure what's happened there. It does settle. That is frothy. Oh, it stops in the nick of time.
sleeve is almost done, and I am sitting watching Sofa Arena while Luna's having a nap. I'm about to log on to work in a minute. But yeah, I think I might still just do one more row before I bind off. It needs blocking desperately, but I'm quite pleased with how it's turned out. It's 10 o'clock and I've come downstairs ready to make a drink and also perhaps have some breakfast. I'm not sure what to have. I'm thinking about having my fruit and yoghurt and then having perhaps like ham and egg omelette or something at lunchtime. Music is really, really loud again. I'm trying to work. I can't block it out, so I've got the TV on as background noise, trying to block some of it out. I don't mind the music, but it's just singing at the top of his voice. It's just driving me nuts. I don't think you realise until you live in this kind of situation, like how much it irritates you. It's every day, every single day. And it's just getting me down a little bit now. I need to get a new house and I can't afford to buy a new house, so I feel like I'm stuck. Right, tea and breakfast. Eddie's been on a 5-mile run, so he's done really well today. I'm sure he'll pay for that later. He has a habit of all or nothing. So, like I say, I think he'll probably pay for that later. Oh, even this fruit's okay. It looks like the raspberries and strawberries have turned a little bit already. Oh, I've got yogurt left, that's good. Right, I shall see you when I have breakfast. Here's the usual breakfast, 352 calories today, so I've got 130 grams. I've weighed it and measured it, I can't remember. And I've got varying amounts of strawberries, raspberries and blueberries, and I've got 30 grams of granola. I have put a bit of honey on because I found that the fruit was a little bit sour when I last had it. The raspberries and the blueberries weren't very sweet, so that's what I've got for breakfast, and I'll catch you later. Just been out for a walk with Chloe into the town centre. She had an order to post, so I've come back and I'm going to make lunch because it is now nearly 1 o'clock. I've got a meeting at 2, so I'm going to get on with doing this. I'm going to do a sandwich that's kind of inspired by a Korean vlogger that I watch, Plan D, and she did this amazing sandwich. They do them sandwiches where they wrap them in like their it's not grease proof, it's like parchment paper, and they make the sandwich into a mountain, and they kind of then they like wrap it with like it's like parchment, but then they also can pull it, it's stretchy, and then they cut it in half and eat it out of the wrap because it's like massive. But she cut a load of cucumber up because she said she was obsessed with cucumber and it really set me off. But I've got some various different cheese slices, I've got some ham. I'm going to make like an omelette, I think, to go in it. So it's going to be like omelette, cucumber, cheese, ham. I'm going to toast my bread because I am funny with bread. Unless it's fresh that day, I'm really funny with it, whereas Chloe isn't, and I don't think Eddie will be either. So I'm going to try and replicate one of these huge sandwiches and we'll see how it turns out. I don't think it'll be anything like hers. Her food is always very aesthetically pleasing. Mine always looks like it's been chucked out of the oven rather than Instagram worthy, but as long as it's tasty, I'm not bothered. So I'm going to get on and do that, and I'll show you. Hopefully I'll remember to show you anyway when I've finished making it. I have to move it to the middle. So yours and Dad's are different because your bread wasn't toasted, so I don't know how this will work out.
I reckon it'd be nicer.
I don't think I pulled your cling film tight enough. Ta-da!
It does look very yummy.
It does look nice, doesn't it? Right. The clean-up doesn't so much, but the sandwich looks tasty. Lighting's rubbish in here. So I didn't mention downstairs what's in it. So I made an omelette and I put a slice of the protein Gouda cheese in there, slice of ham, some cucumber that I've sliced up and then made it into like matchsticks, and I've put salt and pepper and a bit of vinegar on it. Left that to marinade whilst I did the omelettes. Lettuce, tomato and a bit of light mayo. So this is my lunch. I don't know what it'll be like. I'll let you know afterwards. I don't like eating on camera really. I don't mind doing mince pie review because that's not quite so noisy, but I'm a bit self-conscious about my noise, and I could mute it, but I think I'm just going to eat off camera and I'll let you know what it's like. The sandwich was not the lowest in calories. It came to 535, I think. And that's just because I didn't skimp. I toasted my bread and then I put my Dampak lighter on and I put a 10-gram serving, whereas I could have scraped it or possibly not used any and just used the lighter than light mayo. I actually used light mayo, not lighter than light mayo. And there are other ways I could have perhaps like made it a little bit lower. But do you know what? I thoroughly enjoyed it and it has really, really filled me up. So I know that it will get me through to tea time. So I'm not too worried about it. I'm not sure what the protein content. Let me have a quick look. 36 grams of protein, which is actually pretty good. It was a slice of protein cheese and obviously ham and eggs. So yeah, it did. It's not bad. I'm quite happy with that. So I'm just kicking something and I realised it's one of my knitting bags that's down near my feet. So anyway, I've got a meeting in 15 minutes. Avon lady's told me that she's going to drop my Avon order off. I've paid her via Monzo, so I've already sent the money over. I've made myself peppermint tea for the afternoon just to try and help digest my food. So yeah, that's my update. Nothing else to tell you really. It's a bit of a dark, depressing. It's raining. I'm glad we went out when we did. I have got some exercise minutes. Obviously I did my walk and I tracked it. I'm on 22 minutes. So I'm going to still try and do something later, whether it's the bike or whether it's strength and mobility. But I'm going to try and do something just so that I can feel good about myself because it makes me feel better. Anyway, I'm going to go and get ready for my meeting and I'll catch you later on, hopefully. So I've got lipstick on now because my Avon order's just arrived. I'll quickly show you what I ordered. I literally got 2 lipsticks and a glimmer stick. I have actually got the glimmer stick on, although I don't think you can see it. But the lipsticks, despite being 2 different shades, do look very similar. I've actually mixed them both together because I put one on the top lip and one on the bottom lip to compare them when Chloe was still here. And I do prefer the slightly darker one. But I've mixed them both together. I'm not terribly fond of the taste of them or the feel of them. I've not had Avon for years. But then this is the glimmer stick. And this is supposed to be mauve. Whereas, again, to me, that doesn't look like mauve. But anyway, I thought I'd treat myself to... I needed new lipsticks. I've just got to let Luna out because she's barking. My lipsticks are completely run out. I had 2 from Boots that I think were number 7 ones that I really, really liked, and they've all gone. So a lot of the other lipsticks I've got were not for when I was as tanned as I am at the minute, because I am actually quite tanned in real life, and also my hair's a bit lighter than it used to be. So I'm finding a lot of the lighter colours that I did have aren't suiting me at the moment. So I just thought I'd try some new ones, but they have that. I can't explain it. You know, almost like plasticine taste. Not that I eat much plasticine. Go on, don't go near the back gate. Tom's washing my car, so the hose is out. Go on. So I'll let you have a look, see if you can see the glimmer. Well, you can more or less see it, actually, just about. New lipsticks and then glimmer sticks. I thought also when I go to Ireland, it might be useful to take them with me. So I'm not taking like a whole load of makeup. Well, I don't know, yeah. I don't know what I'll take. Nothing else to report on. I'm just sitting working. I had a meeting. I thought the Avon lady was going to come whilst I was in my meeting, so I'd warned everybody. I think I'm walking out down to the chemist to see if Tom's prescription's ready. And Eddie's got a locker vinted item to post. So I'll probably be going out for a walk in a bit. There's all a load of stuff on the side. But yeah. Just gotta wait for Luna now. Because all this time Chloe's been here, she didn't want to go out. And now that Chloe's gone home, she all of a sudden wants to go out. Come on then. Still full from my sandwich, which is really good because normally by now I'm getting snacky and peckish, but it filled me with a treat. Tonight for dinner I think I'm doing chicken Kievs. Come on, what are you doing? I don't know what she's doing. I bought the chicken Kievs at the weekend, so I'm going to do chicken Kievs I think. And there is a bit of the pasta left over, so perhaps Eddie and Tom can have a bit of the pasta with theirs. There is a bit of cauliflower cheese from Sunday that needs using up as well, which I will probably have a bit of that with mine. 330 calories, so as long as I'm careful with what I have with them. I have actually got baking potatoes. I could do the baking potatoes with sweet corn and cheese in, because they're not huge baking potatoes. Oh, I'm going to stick to my original plan. I was going to do those crushed new potatoes, so you just parboil them and then you put them in the oven to roast off with spray oil. So I'm going to do that with them, I think.
and perhaps some green beans and broccoli, and then I'll have a bit of cauliflower cheese. They can have pasta if they want. And that shouldn't be too bad calorie-wise, as long as I limit my potatoes. I did think about going for a run, despite all my earlier reservations. I've got an ankle support on, and whilst the ankle support's on, my foot hasn't felt so bad. I don't know if it's the ankle support or the ibuprofen I've taken, but it's not as bad. So I did think that then I might leave it till tomorrow, give it an extra day, go out in the morning, and perhaps just do another walk or another stretch. Come on. Come on in, because I've got to go back to work. I don't log off for another hour or so. She's been a fusspot today. She wanted to sit next to me, and she wanted me to... Oh, I believe it unlocked actually for Tom. She wanted me to like brush her and all sorts. Bit of a fusspot. Right, back to work I go. I'm trying to get some stuff done, but it's stuff that isn't straightforward, so I'm kind of procrastinating. Right, I'll speak to you in a bit. Went out for a walk just to the chemist, then to Morrison's, and carried some shopping back. And I've closed my exercise ring already, but I'm going to go on the bike and do an entertainment ride, just a short one whilst I'm boiling the potatoes. Once the potatoes are boiled, I'm going to do the smashed roasted potatoes, chicken Kievs, and then just some veg and salad maybe. So dinner shouldn't take too long, but I thought I might as well just, rather than waiting around, because I'm hungry and I'm tempted to snack, so I'm just going to sit on here and do a bit of a workout. Something's changed on here. Is it because we've got Netflix now? Or Disney Plus? We've always had Disney Plus. It must be Netflix. Something new's appeared on the entertainment ride. Anyway, I'm going to sit and watch the bear, and I shall probably see you in a bit. 30 minutes on the Peloton. I was watching the bear. Managed to get 30 minutes done, so I'm quite happy with that. So I paused my workout partway through, drained my potatoes, did the crushy thing with the masher, put them in the oven, put the Kievs in the oven, so dinner won't be long. But I've got 30 minutes exercise done, so quite happy. Where's my watch? What does it say? I can't even read it, to be honest. I need my new glasses. I still haven't got them, so I don't know what's going on with Specsavers. I need to ring them tomorrow, because it was 2 weeks ago today that I had my appointment, and I don't know what's taking so long. Oh, they probably lost them now as well. If I didn't have my old glasses, if I'd have got rid of them, I don't know what I'd be doing, because I won't be able to see my screens to work right now. Anyway, that's my exercise done. I'm a little bit shiny. I didn't go too mad. I stayed zone 1, maximum zone 2, so perfect for perimenopause or menopause, depending on what stage I'm at. I don't know. Anyway, whew. Take my shoes off. I'm in the middle of looking at Amazon to order myself another couple of ankle braces, because this one is helping, but obviously if I'm going to exercise in it, I'm going to have to put it in the wash, so I won't have one to wear. So I've seen a couple of different ones that have got like cross straps that I think might be quite good. So I think one's £7.99, one's £14.99. So I'm just trying to look at what the differences are, and I might get those ordered so that I can use them for running, because I really want to be able to run when I go to Ireland. I'm in the kitchen now. Whew. And dinner's got 3 minutes left, so I'm going to quickly get some veg done to go with it. There is a bit of leftover cauliflower cheese from Sunday that I'm going to have. I'm just going to do some green beans or something. Here's tonight's dinner. So I've got a chicken Kiev, some leftover cauliflower cheese from Sunday, some homemade roast potatoes that's been done with spray oil, and I've got some green beans that I did actually do. I broke off a chunk of baguette and I blitzed it in my blender, and I've just put some herbs in, and a bit of damp lighter and some garlic pepper. So I'm hoping it'll be all right, and a bit of lemon juice, just to add a bit of different flavour. So we'll see what it's like. I have no idea. It might be horrible. There's Eddie's. Tom's already took his, and I've dished Ewan some out. He hasn't got any cauliflower cheese though. So that'll be me done today, and I shall catch you tomorrow. Gym session is done. Back from the gym, I did upper body pull, which I've not done for a few weeks, because obviously I didn't go to the gym very much last week because we were away, and the week before I think I only managed to fit in one workout, so I haven't done it for about 3 weeks. Oh my god, it was hard. It was so hard, but I've got it done, and I'm back, and I'm actually attempting to make a protein coffee. I've seen loads of people do it over the years, and I've done it myself before, but I haven't done it with this powder. I've just spent the past 5 minutes battling with this frother I bought in IKEA that never had any batteries in, and I couldn't get the batteries in it, but anyway, I've got it working, so it's just one of these little thingies. So I'm making my coffee, and then I'll put some protein powder in it, and I might see if I can put my creatine as well in there. But yeah, gym was actually quite quiet. I was worried it was going to be busy, but I was there for 7. So I suppose a lot of people probably go in there for like 8 o'clock or later at the weekend, so it wasn't too bad. Eddie's doing park run, and I did think about going with him, but I think I'm going to skip it because I think we're on about going to Bakewell. So if I'm going to do loads of walking, I have got a new brace on my ankle that I bought 2 off Amazon. So far so good. It is supporting my ankle a bit better. But I don't want to overdo it walking wise. So whilst I want to get my steps in, I want to make sure that I can kind of walk on it, and I want to be able to try and run on it at some point if I can. So that's the plan. So I'm testing these new braces out to see. I don't know whether I can actually run in the brace or not. This one is not tight, it's supportive, but it's also a bit of a faff to get on. Right, coffee is made. I might leave it to settle a bit before I put my protein powder in. Give it a whisk, and away we go. Right, so this is the creatine, which I don't weigh out. Protein powder I do normally weigh out. Will I be able to fit a scoop in there? That's the question. The only thing with this, I can't take it out if I put too much in, so I'm going to have to. Oops. Maybe I just put 20 grams in to start with. Oh God, that was a fail, wasn't it? Oh my God, oh my God. Oh my God, I've got coffee and protein powder everywhere. This is not a success. Yeah, I shan't be doing this again in a hurry. They always make it look so good, don't they? And I've only got half my scoop of protein powder in as well, so I've only half the amount of protein. What a disaster. Oh, and I've got runny nose. Right, try again. Might have to put some more water in it because I lost half my cup of coffee. 0 it. Change it to grams. 0 it again because it's gone back up to 10. Right. Seems like a lot of protein powder. Right. And I think what I might do, kettle's not hot. I might add a bit of water to it before I start whisking it. Or maybe I just prod it to get the powder. I'm going to move my scale out the way this time. That's better. So if you try this at home, make sure you sort of mix the powder a little bit before you start putting the whisk on. It's a very thick coffee. Definitely going to add some more water to it. I trying this bloody protein coffee I do. And you know, like when they do it on YouTube, it all looks really like aesthetic pleasing. Mine went everywhere. I had powder everywhere, I had coffee everywhere.
Oh Mark, what are you doing?
It's great. I'll swear you.
Yeah. No, no. I thought it was
Yeah. Have a look. Are you vlogging it?
I love you when you do.
Yeah, you have 4 times.
I do.
Water splashed down the front of my cupboards now. It feels sticky on that side. I might get some spray on it. This is the content you're here for. Disastrous protein coffees with Julie. What an idiot. A bit more hot water, and I'm going to add a bit of milk to cool it down as well. There we go. I'll show it you quickly. What a disaster. So here's my protein coffee. I'm going to put the lid on, as long as I haven't overfilled it and have it spilling out again. Let me just tighten that. Right, I'm not a big fan of slurping on YouTube, but I'll give it a go. Ooh, it's actually not bad. I didn't know how much I like it because I don't have sweet coffee. I don't put sweetener or anything in my drinks. I don't even have syrup in these days. I just tend to have, if I'm out, I might have a brown sugar oat shaken espresso from Starbucks, but other than that, I tend to have Americanos. Quite often just black, but that is actually surprisingly nice. Lesson learned. So if you do it at home, make sure you either I can't put the powder in first when I use a normal cup because you've seen how full the cup is because of the froth. But if I was going to do it in a bigger cup like this, then it might be all right, but I just would either stir or push the powder down a bit before you start frothing it, because otherwise you end up with a mess like I did. I was going to go with Eddie, like I say, and I'm kind of thinking I should have done, but at the same time I can have a leisurely morning, get myself ready, and then hopefully we'll go out later. It is warm in here. The window is slightly open. I might open the other window. Yesterday I didn't vlog because it was a really busy work day. Like, really busy. I ended up having 2 or 3 meetings and just a head down busy day, so I didn't record an awful lot. And food wasn't on point. I think because I was stressed, I just ate what I liked. So Chloe came over and I had 3 chocolate biscuits with her, and I had a bakewell tart. Well, they were like birthday cake ones, and we had pizza tea. So because I was good for my other meals, like my lunch was a protein meal from the freezer, and my breakfast was, what did I have for breakfast? Oh, my fruit and yogurt and granola. So breakfast and lunch was on point. I just had extras, so I probably had 240 calories in chocolate biscuits, and I probably had, I don't know how many of those little bakewells. They're not very big. I'll have to have a look. I didn't even bother looking because I knew I wasn't going to track it. And then I had 3 slices of pizza, but only small slices, and then 2 chicken goujons. But I shared my chicken goujons with Luna. So I think probably, even if you class this out, the pizza is 300 calories a slice. I was probably more at maintenance calories, but I probably wasn't drastically over. I would have definitely been over, but it's one of those things. You know what it's like. We're all in this together. The reason why we watch this is because we know that it's hard, and you watch it for motivation, but you also watch it because it's good to see other people having the same struggles as you. Anyway, I'm going to have my coffee before I go and have a shower. Luna's snuggled in next to me now between my legs. With a bit of fuss. I actually left her on the bed this morning. I don't know what time she got up. I didn't even take her out because I just wanted to get to the gym nice and early before it got busy. Yeah, you are okay? You okay, doggy? You tired? You slept very well last night, didn't you? You had a nice sleeping time. I took the blankets and stuff out of her basket because she uses it to nest in when it's cold. And I just dumped them up there. And then I found her on the sofa and she started like snuggling into it. It's obviously turning cold. This morning going to the gym, there was definitely like moisture on the windows, and it definitely feels like September's here, even though it's not quite here yet, but it feels like the weather's turning. But I also feel like I've got a bit of a head cold. I've took hay fever tablet and it's not touched it. And I've got a runny nose and I've got like a tingly nose, so I think I've got a bit of a cold coming. It needs to go away before I go to Ireland. Oh my God, I've even got protein powder all over my top. It's a good job it's going in the wash. But yeah, I'll have to try and remember to show you the foot brace that I bought because you might be interested. The one I've got on, it's like a foot sleeve, so you put your foot into it and then you've got like a separate strap that you wrap around your arch and cross it around your ankle, and it does feel like it's giving my ankle a bit of support. So I'm just hoping it helps because I've really been struggling and I really want to go out for a run and I want to get my walking back up, but because I do find it makes a big difference on my weight loss. But injuries are injuries. The plantar fasciitis on its own is manageable. It's because it started hurting my ankle. I was a bit more worried about it because I was like, if I start to really damage my ligaments in my ankle, I'm going to be out for months. So I'm hoping that I can take my kit to Ireland and go for a run when I'm in Ireland, or at least go for a walk on the Greenway. So anyway, I'm going to go and I'm going to watch a bit of YouTube. Oh, I haven't changed my knitting. I'll have to show you later when I can get it out because obviously Luna's on my lap, but I've done about that much of my sleeve. My sister did ask me to do a quick tutorial for her for picking the stitches up for the sleeve, which I didn't do because I did it at night and it was really dark in here, so the picture was terrible. But also, I couldn't manoeuvre my camera into the right angle, and it is a real faff picking up stitches for sleeves, particularly in this particular cardigan. There's certain places where the stitches are so tight, so I just basically got a crochet hook and pulled the wool through the crochet hook and then hooked it onto my needle. So I was a bit cat-handed, so I just thought I'll just show her in person instead. So if you're watching, Kath, that's why I didn't do a video. But yeah, so I'm progressing well. I've done like, I think I'm on my third colour or fourth colour, but still a long way to go. I think I'm on row 16 of about 70 something rows, so I've still got quite a long way to go, but it was actually progressing quite quick yesterday and I was really enjoying it. So still got the button band to do as well, so I don't think I'll have it done in time for me to take to Ireland with me because I'll still have to block it and stuff as well, and I haven't even chosen any buttons for it. I don't even know if I'm going to put buttons on it. I don't know whether just to leave it so that it's just a cardigan that you can just leave open, but I might have some. I did buy 2 sets of buttons when I did my darling cardigan because I wasn't sure which ones I wanted to use, so I might even have some. So I need to have a quick look through all of my stuff. But anyway, I'm off. I'll catch you in a bit. So here's my sleeve, the current progress. I'll hold the whole thing up later, but I'm just getting through it. And yeah, I'm on row 18 out of about 76, I think it is. So a fair way to go. Since last saw you, I have had a shower and put a little bit of makeup on. I haven't got my lipstick on yet because it's still next to me on the sofa. I need to put that away upstairs. And I'm going to go and make a drink because obviously I got through this one. And I'm going to make a muffin. So I've got some of the Heck flat sausages. I took some muffins out the freezer. So I'm going to do a cheese, egg and sausage McMuffin fake. And then perhaps have a cup of tea. I'm going to make Eddie a coffee because he's not had one yet. And at the back door, we have got building work going on again, but hopefully with my microphone on you can't hear it too loud. Oh, so those things I was talking about yesterday, but actually not as bad as I thought. They are 184 calories, so not too bad. Anyway, I'm going to get on with doing the muffin. I'm not going to bother showing you because I'm literally just frying up the sausage rashers. So I'll show you which ones they are in case you are new here. I have had them before. These are the muffins I took out the freezer. They were reduced, so I got them for 52p back in the middle of August. So, and these are the sausage rashers.
these are per rasher 61 calories, so not too bad. So get some eggs out, and then cheese for mine. I'm probably going to have a slice of the protein Gouda, and then Eddie will probably have a slice of red Leicester on his. Oh God, my shoulders are sore. I was thinking, why are my shoulders hurting? But it's the gym. It was like pull-ups, assisted pull-ups, and lat pull-downs and stuff today. So I'm in a heap of pain. What else do I need? Have I got water in the kettle? Yes, so I can make myself a cup of tea. I'll get the milk out whilst I'm here, and then I can shut the fridge door because people moan at me all the time because I have a real habit of leaving it open whilst I walk around the kitchen when I'm vlogging. Right, done. I'll show you when it's all ready.
Here's my muffin. So it's the English muffin with the heck sausage rashers, a slice of Gouda and an egg. And I'm going to have a bit of sugar-free ketchup with it as well.
Yeah, why not?
Got all these flower beds, don't have them around our way.
That's 5 minutes.
It's not that, but they took them all out. My phone's blurry again. You look at the ducks, Lena. Look, ducks.
Hey, look.
I saw that. You see the ducks? Yeah, she's like, I'm not bothered. I've had me puppuccino, that's all I care about. Just got back from Matlock. So we went to the opticians and I picked up my specs. So I've got both of my pairs of my new specs. I'm not wearing them yet because I've got to get used to them. So I didn't want to put them on while I was driving and whilst I was out in case it gave me a headache. So I should be putting them on shortly and trying them out. They did feel a little bit weird when I was in the opticians, but I suppose going back to a new prescription is always going to be like that. But we left the opticians and went straight to Matlock, the actual town, not Matlock Bath, and had a real nice time. We stayed and had a coffee and we shared 2 pieces of cake, and then we had a nice walk round, got quite a few steps in, walked through the park, and there was a market on as well. So yeah, had a nice time. Didn't rain. It actually just started raining as we were coming back, so we timed it perfectly. Made myself a ham cob when I got back, a ham roll if you're not from around these parts, and haven't recorded it, completely forgot. So yeah, I bought some potatoes. I bought cobs and ham and potatoes and carrots in Morrison's on the way back because I took some lamb mince out of the freezer yesterday, forgetting that I hadn't got any potatoes. I want to make a lamb and potato bake, which is a little bit like a moussaka, but you replace the aubergines with potatoes because none of us are really a fan of aubergines in this house. So that's what I'm going to do later on. I'm not doing it just yet. It's currently 20 to 4, so I'm going to get on with doing a bit of knitting, I think. Put my foot up. My foot has got my... I'll show you actually my new strap. Ignore the tea towel on the floor. That's, we put Luna's treats in there with a knot so that it takes you a little bit longer to have them so that she doesn't just scoff them. And ignore the toes that need my nails painting desperately. But this is the brace, so you get like a sock and then you get a thing to wrap around. Jury's out on this because it doesn't feel as supportive as my little one that I had for years from, I think it's from Sports Direct. It feels quite tight around the actual foot, but then the bit where it's wrapped around, although it is quite tight, doesn't feel as supportive around my ankle, so I don't know. We'll see. I've worn it pretty much all day, but you can see my foot looks a little bit swollen here compared to the other foot, so I think I'm going to take it off for a little bit now. But it has helped. It's meant that I have been able to walk on it, which is the main thing. Whether I could run in this or not is another matter. It also makes my trainer feel really, really tight, whereas the USA Pro one that I've got doesn't. So as long as I've got more than one so I can switch them out, that's the main thing, because obviously I'll need to wash them in between. But yeah, I thought I'd show you. So I think this one was the one that was, I can't remember what brand it is. I'll have to put it on screen if I find it. It's something like, oh, I don't know, speed support or something, I don't know, or sleeve support. But it, I think this one was $14.99. I'll put a link in if you're interested. But yeah, it's basically comes in 2 parts. So you get this part, which is like a strap, and then you get like a sock. Oh, there you go, Sleeve Stars. That's the brand. But I'm going to take it off for a little bit now, I think. give my foot a bit of a rest. You can see already my foot's like not quite as swollen. It's like obviously been pulling it tight. But yeah, I'm going to go. I'm going to watch a bit of TV and continue to watch Supernatural, I think. Oh, I meant to say thank you for your recommendations, by the way. For YouTubers, I've started watching a few different ones that I hadn't watched before. There were a few that got recommended that I've already watched. Some of them I'm aware of and I've watched, but they've just fallen off my radar, so I've restarted watching them. A few new ones, so that's quite good. And someone asked me in the comments what apps I use for tracking my fitness. So basically, I'll try and put a screenshot in, but for the gym, I've used an app called Arrow, which is one that's free. You can pay for it, but I don't. And it's one that Tom recommended, and it's just really, really basic. You just basically store all your workout in there of what exercise at the gym you're doing, what weights you're doing, and then you just mark off your reps as you're doing it so that it remembers for next time. And it gives you these little awards and stuff, which I quite like. But then when my sister started going to the gym, she was using an app called Heavy, which is Hevy. And again, I use the free version of it. I do like Heavy because it connects to my watch. So it'll come up on my watch and tell me when I've got rest time. You have to pay on the other app if you want the rest time to work. But on this one, you can get the rest time. And it'll come up and tell you, even in your AirPods, it'll say rest time over. And it tells you how many reps and what weight you're doing next as well on the actual watch. So you don't have to keep getting your phone out. So it's quite handy. So those are the two that I use when I go to the gym. When I'm running, I've used a few different ones. So running and walking, I quite often just set a normal Apple walk going. But I have found recently that I can go out for a walk and it doesn't always track all my minutes. So I was getting a bit frustrated. So sometimes when I'm walking, I'll use the Peloton app and I'll just do an outdoor walk. And then it seems to track all of my time. When I'm running, I have been using the Apple Run and I just sync it to Strava so I can look at my statistics. But I did sign up for a free trial of the Runner app because I watched quite a few people that were doing marathon training and 10k training and were using Runner, and I thought I'll give it a go. However, I got a 2-week free trial because I've got Strava. Well, I haven't got premium Strava, I use free Strava. And obviously I did the run the first week and then we were away. No, did I do 2 runs that week? Anyway, this week I've only managed to do the 1 run, and then my foot's been bad. So my 2 weeks trial's up, I think today, and I haven't got any more runs in. So it's a bit unfortunate, but I'm not sure whether I'd pay for it. There was a deal where you can get Strava and Runner for a year for like £119 together. So I did contemplate that because you get a lot more features on Strava if you pay for it. But I have also in the past used the Nike Run Club app. Now Nike Run Club is free and they do coaching plans on there, and I quite like it. You get someone called Coach Bennett will pop up and say, if you're struggling with this, just try and think about this, and it'll just keep you going. Whereas the Runner just tells you you've done 1 kilometre, slow down or speed up depending on what you're doing, but it doesn't give you any other feedback. So I quite like the Nike Run Club app because it's free. Like I said, I'm not all for paying for these things. I'm lucky in that I've got the Peloton app as well, because obviously we've got the bike, so we pay for that as like a family membership. But everything else I use is free. So just so you know, I'll try and put screenshots in whilst I've been talking through, if I remember while I'm editing, just so you can see which app it is. But that's what I'm currently using. So let me know in the comments if you go to the gym or if you run and walk, and what apps you're using, if you've got anything useful, so that others can see in the comments. And yeah, I just thought I did put in the comments briefly, but it's really hard when you're not talking to put lots of information in, so I thought I'd just mention it here as well. Apologies for being backlit, but I'm just sitting down resting my foot. So yeah, I'll catch you in a bit, hopefully. Not sure when I've recorded, but I'm downstairs making dinner. So I'm making this lamb and potato bake, which has come out of this cookery book, which as you will see is falling apart. So it's a really old cookery book. So it's basically a moussaka, but you replace the aubergine with potato. I think I've already said that. I followed the recipe. Unusually, I don't normally follow the recipe, and I did the right amount of potatoes, and it's meant that I haven't got enough potato to top it. It's over there. So I'm just microwaving a potato at the minute to slice it to put on top. It doesn't matter if it's not fully cooked through, because it's going to be in the oven for like 45 minutes to an hour anyway. But I'm a little bit cross because normally I do tons of potatoes, to the point that I've got loads left over, and this time I haven't done enough. I'm on the bottom of the dish with potato, and then went to put the top on. I thought, yeah, I've not got enough. Made the cheese sauce and everything. Now I have made a traditional cheese sauce. I would normally, obviously I've used skim milk and I've used skinny spread, but normally I would do a skinny version, but I haven't been shopping yet. I literally just bought what I needed today, which was potatoes and cobs for lunch. So I'm just using what I've got. I'm trying to keep my kitchen as lean as possible when it comes to shopping, because we just can't afford it. You know, with Eddie not working currently, we need to be as budget friendly as we possibly can. So the lamb is lamb that was reduced, that I bought reduced and has been in the freezer. They're wonky potatoes. So I'm doing the best I can to like budget. So yeah, hence why sometimes when you do the recipes really ultra like healthy, they work out more expensive. But I didn't want to use jalapeno primula for this one because I didn't want it to have any spice. I wanted to be able to taste the lamb. So I'm doing a normal cheese sauce, and when you split it between so many people, it's not actually that bad. But it's really warm in here, and next door are doing their whatever they're doing, even though it's raining. So you might be able to hear building works going on. I'm progressing well with my knitting. I just came obviously down to do this, and it takes a little bit of a while because it's not the quickest recipe to do. I'm hoping tomorrow to get a little bit of meal prep done. I'm not going to go mad because I go away on Friday, so I'll probably just do like breakfast stuff and perhaps some stuff for lunch. I don't know yet. I'll have to have a think about it. I need to work out what I'm doing actually. But yeah, so that's what I'm currently thinking. My jacket potato, which I'm doing to go on top of here, is almost ready. So anyway, I'm going to go and I'll catch you. I'm sorry for not showing you me doing the recipe, but I haven't got a huge amount of battery on my phone and I just wanted to get it done. So if you like the look of it and you want me to do it, I will do it another time, perhaps when I've got a little bit more time. I mean, I have got time today, that's a load of rubbish, but I want to do my knitting. I'm prioritising my knitting for once. Prioritising self-care. Anyway, I'll see you in a bit. Apologies for the lighting, but here's dinner. So this is the lamb and potato bake, which I'm very, very much looking forward to. There's my knitting, and there's Luna. She hasn't got it, she's got her own food down there. So yeah, this is dinner, and I'm sitting watching more Supernatural, which I'm really enjoying. So this is probably me done today. There won't be any more footage, I don't think. I'm not going to be doing anything else other than sitting knit. I am knackered. So that's me done, and I shall catch you tomorrow. Bye.